Hello, my dear friends. My name is Avigyan Tiwari, working as an assistant professor in Sage University, Bhopal. So today I am going to discuss data types in R programming. So let me start R Studio. So this is an R Studio in which I am going to execute my codes. Okay. So whatever I will write here in this section, it is going to be executed in this section, that is in console area. Okay. So if you want to clear this console area, so let me press Ctrl L, so it will be clear here. Okay. So let's start with the data types of numeric. Okay. So what we have numeric. Numeric means what? Decimal values are called numerics in R, and it is a default computational data type, as we know this one. So if we assign a decimal value to a variable x, okay, fine. So x will be of numeric type. So here I am assigning that is 10.5, and I will try to print this x. What we have so see, we have the value of this 10.5 printed here itself. And if you want to see, you can see the variable name is also, we can see here. So all the global variable or local variable, whichever be the name of variable we have declared here, it can be shown here itself. Okay. So now again, if you want to know the class of this x, so the class of x will be, because I have declared here capital X, so I will have to write here capital X itself. Now we'll see. Now see, the name of class is what? Numeric. Okay, fine. So furthermore, even if we assign an integer to a variable, let us assume that is k, it is still being saved as a numeric value. So let me give some value to it, and let's again try to print this one. We have to select all the thing and run. See, k equal to 1. Okay, it's fine. So what will be the class of this k? Let's see. So class of k is again what? Fine. It is in the numeric. Okay. So the fact that k is not an integer can be performed, so it can be confirmed with the is dot integer function. Okay, fine. So I have this function here. So it can be confirmed that this will be an integer or not, and we know this one, this is not an integer. So fine. So the result is false. Okay. So in order to create an integer variable in R, we invoke the integer function. So we can be assured that y is indeed an integer by applying the isInteger function. So it is as integer. Okay, fine. So I am going to get the dot integer. So I got it. Fine. So I will write here as integer, and whatever the value we want, I will write here 3, and what we have. Okay, let's try to print this y. Okay. So y equal to 3, and let's check the class of this y, and what we have. See, we have integer here. Okay, fine. So again we can check. We have, it is clearly visible here that is an integer. We can check it by using is dot integer also. So I have this one. I'm going to select it, and I will write y. What value I am going to get? This is true. Fine. So we have this is true. Okay. So incidentally we can coerce a numeric value into an integer with as dot integer function. Okay, so we can change the data type also. Okay, that is the meaning of coercion. Okay, fine. So I will write as dot integer, and here I'm going to give some decimal point kind of value. Okay, and let's see what will happen. As dot integer, fine. So I'm going to get what? 10. See? Okay, so it will become an integer, and we can pass a string for a decimal value in much the same way. Okay, fine. So let's see. I will give an string kind of value. So I'm going to select it. Fine. And what I will give a value, any value, that will be a 5.27. Okay, so 5.27 is a string. Okay, fine. So I am going to get the 5. This is an integer. Okay, again let's try to understand one thing, that if we'll give a integer kind of thing, it will be not going to get converted into integer. Okay, what I mean exactly, I'm writing here integer we have, and see, I have written my name itself. It is not going to convert it. Okay, we are going to get some kind of error. So this is a warning message and not applicable, that is warning message. So it will be not get converted into integer, that is the coercer. Okay, fine. So often it is useful to perform arithmetic on logical values, just like the C language. True has the value 1, and while false has value 0. So if I write here again as dot integer, fine, and I'll give that true. Remember, it is in capital, so it will be get converted. It is going to give you integer value 1, and for false, what we have again, sorry, again what we have here, I'm going to select it and I will write false. It should be in capital, remember the syntax. So we have 0 here. Okay, so it's fine. Again, so now the next type is complex. Okay, fine. A complex value in R is defined via the pure imaginary value. So let me write so caps lock is on. See, z equal to what I'm going to write, the complex number, that is 1 plus 2i. Fine. And now this is how we are going to create a complex number, and let me execute it. Okay, fine. Let's see, 1 plus 2i. So we are able to see this value, and let's try to understand the class of this z. So we are going to get what? The class of z is what? See, complex. So this is a complex number. So if you'll write the function square root of this -1, so what we are going to get, try to understand. And it is not a complex value, we know this one, okay. So see, warning message, not a number, it is not a number. Okay, fine. So what we'll do, instead of, we have to use the complex value means what? So we'll write SQRT, and what we'll do, we'll write a complex value. So I will give it a complex value. We'll give you a complex value. So we have write -1 plus what? 0i. So I'm going to write 0i. So I have 0 and I is there, and we'll try to execute it. Okay, fine. So there is an alternative way is also there, so that we can coerce -1 into a complex value, that is what, if we'll write like this one, and we will use as dot complex. Okay, fine, and we are going to provide this -1. So hope we are not going to get any kind of error, and we'll going to get the complex value. Fine, see what we have. Okay, so the next one is logical. Okay, so a logical value is often created via comparison between variables. Okay, fine. So let me declare one thing, that is x equal to 1. Fine, and I will give y equal to 2. So y equal to 2 is there. It's fine. Perfect. So now we'll try to do what? We'll again give a variable, and we'll try to do some logical kind of operation. So we have this, I'll have to select this both two, and I'll have to give run. Okay, fine. Both will be get executed. And what the value of z is what? We know this one. Is x is greater than y? Yes or no? Fine. So x is not greater than y, and we are going to get the value of z is false. Okay. So if you want to see, we can see the class of this z also. So this is a class. Okay, fine. So we have this logical, we can see. So standard logical operations are AND, OR, and negation. Okay. So let me show you this. U equal to, I'm going to store here true, so it should be in capital, remember this one. Fine. And again what we have, we can use V to store what? False. It's fine, completely fine. Okay, so U and V, so we'll try to do this one, U and V. Fine. So U and V, so we are going to use that operator, that is what operation is what? AND. So what we are going to get, let me execute it. So it is false. True and false, false in AND operations. Okay, fine. So let me do that. Sorry, this caps lock is on. So U and U OR. So we are going to use that or kind of thing. Okay, it's fine. So what we have? Shift. Okay, sorry. So I'll have to click here. So we have this one, U and or V. So what we are going to get? Any clue? So we have not capital V, small v is there. So see, we have true. What we have, OR operation is there. And what we are going to get, if I let that not operation we are going to do, that is negation. Okay, fine. Negation of U. What we are going to get? Again, what we have? It is not executing. So we have, yes, fine. That is, we are going to, true negation is what? False. Okay. So if you want to see help for this logical operators, so you can use this command also to take the help from this RStudio. So you can type help, and whatever be the operations you want to be helped by this RStudio, you can write here itself. So you have this one, AND operation. Okay, and just execute it. You are going to get run here itself. So what will be the help? Help will come here itself. So you can take any help for any kind of help, for any kind of keywords. You can just type help, and you can just in double quotes just write the name of operator, name of function, whatever be the function or keyword you want to take help from this RStudio. It is going to give in this section here itself. Okay, so fine. And last but not the least, we are going to see this. So the next the type that we want to see is character. So before this up, fine. So a character object is used to represent string values in a. So we convert objects into character values with the as character function. Okay, so let me use as dot character. Fine. So I have this one. I'm going to choose this one itself. Okay, fine. So I will write 3.14. Okay. So let me run it. So it will get executed, and now we want to print the value of x. Now see, x comes into this double quotes. Double quotes means it is get converted, this 3.14 get converted into a character kind of thing. If you want to check the class of this what x, so it will become character right now. Okay, fine. So two character values can be concatenated with the paste function. So we have a paste function here itself. So we'll see. So f name equal to, you can write it's my name, we can, okay, fine. And after that what we have last name. We can make a variable last name. Okay, so this is what we have. Okay, now I'll use paste function. So I'll write paste. Okay, and I will provide two operators, two variables that I want to concatenate. That is f name and what lname. So this is what we have. Okay, now let's try to see the output of this two line. Okay, fine. So see what we have, the two names will be concatenated. Okay, fine. So however, it is often more convenient to create a readable string with the sprint function, which has C language syntax. So if you want, you can use this function also. Sprint function is there. So if you want, you can see the help also. Okay, so to extract a substring, we apply the substring function is there. So if you want, to extract some kind of string from a given string, and that is known as substring. So I will give you an example that how to extract the substring between the 3rd and the 12th position in a string. So I will write here substring is a function. Fine. So I'll write so I have written this string kind of sentence is given there. Okay, fine. So what I want, I will give a start index number. So I have start equal to 3, that is 3rd position, and I'm going to get stop. Where to stop? I'll have to give the value again. So the stop is what? 12. Fine. So what I'm going to get? Let me execute it. See, name is a, which I have right now. So it is clearly visible here. So name is a. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have name is given here itself. Okay, fine. And to replace the first occurrence of the word, we can use, suppose we want to replace little by another word big in the string, we apply the sub function. So we have a function that is named sub. So it is used to replace a string by a string. So suppose that I want to replace this which is in a string. Okay, fine. That is what little. So this is what we want to replace by whom? By using this a big is there, and the string is what? The string is, we can write here Vidyan has a small lamp. Oh, I will write little lamp. Fine. So let's try to understand this one. See, this string will be get replaced by this one. Fine. See what we have. Okay, so again, if you want to see more operation in this sub, function, so you can write what? Help, and what? You can write sub, and you are going to see the help set here itself. So we have, see, there are more operations related to sub is given here itself. Okay. If you want any topic to be find, you can write here itself, or you want to, you can search from here also. Okay. So thanks for watching my this video. Okay. So stay tuned for more videos. For then, I am signing off. Thank you.